So when I went to grad school and I did my master's in AI, it was right as the field was dying. We were entering what is typically referred to as the second AI winter. And the first one happened in the early 1970s and persisted up through the early 80s. And by 2005, I mean, having a master's in artificial intelligence was basically worthless. You were fringe, right? You probably wasted your time. And there was something that happened in 2012. There was a computer vision contest, and there had been slow, steady progress over the years, and some grad students in Jeffrey Hinton's lab, Jeffrey Hinton is like, I think, sort of the godfather of deep learning, which is the dominant technique within AI. They submitted a model and it blew away the competition. I mean, it was a generational leap in performance. And then within just 2 years after that, by 2014, 2015, it was basically a solved problem. This problem of identifying objects in computer vision, and it was at that time. It was really about 12 years ago. I saw that and I was like, that's empirical proof that we've reached the maturity stage of the technology. And it turns out, and this is crazy, and this is one of the reasons I consider myself to be so lucky, is all of the things that I was focused on in the 90s, all of the techniques, which back then were called artificial neural networks, and now you typically use the term deep learning, were the exact techniques behind this breakthrough. We just didn't realize in the 90s that we thought, oh, we need, maybe 100 times more compute. Maybe we need 100 times more data. No. We needed 1 billion times more compute and 1 billion times more data. And that turned out to be the majority of the unlock.
So it was infrastructure and access, and just it's the infrastructure behind it that finally unlocked it.
It was two things. The internet resulted in the digitization of data that was
Tons
critical,
of data,
because
right?
Most AI systems today, almost without exception, rely upon a ton of data to train the models and for them to learn. But then the other one, and this turns out this is one of the flukes of history, was on the compute side. One of the reasons that those grad students that sort of broke open modern AI in 2012, the way they were able to do that is they took NVIDIA GPUs and used them to train the model. Well, you may think, well, hold on, NVIDIA is famous for AI. They're I'm pretty sure they're largest company in the world from market cap perspective. They build the chips that modern AI is trained and inferenced on. Well, not back then. Back then, they made GPUs for video games. And what those grad students figured out was, hey, the same math that you use for video games, we use for our AI systems. What if we use these chips? And they got, orders and orders and orders of magnitude more compute and made it efficient to train these state-of-the-art models. And so it was like just a complete fluke that gaming and AI, that the gaming hardware solved the hardware need for AI.
God, that's why I love talking to you about this. I just love the historical perspective on that. But that's, because I remember not long ago we were talking about how, hey, stop talking about big data. Everybody's got big data, right? And we got to pay attention to the 5 V's, volume, velocity, variety, veracity, value. And now it's like, no, overnight, to me, and to, those of us who have not been in it like you, overnight, we watch that turn into true value, true operationalized use of data.
Yes.
And so when you guys started Kung Fu, you guys knew it was coming. Everybody, and you had a bunch of smart people on your team, really exceptional leadership team. So when you did that, I think everybody probably came into it with eyes wide open, didn't you?
We did. We knew we were early, and we knew that this was going to be a very crowded space, and that, like any maturing and developing technology, the thing that was going to be needed more than anything else in the beginning was companies were going to need help figuring out their AI strategy, how to implement, how to get value from this new technology. And that was really our mission from day one. It's unbelievable. We're 9 years old today, and from day one, we've been focused exclusively on helping our clients design, build, and deploy artificial intelligence solutions. And we do everything from strategy to engineering. And the burn has been amazing because I work in AI. Anybody listening to this is probably like me, almost tired of hearing AI. It's like I hear it when I hear it in my dreams now, and it's the hype. I know people can, you just all you hear is the buzz and the hype, and that can get that can get annoying, that can get old. Even I, frankly, get tired of it a little bit sometimes. But I'm truly blessed. And the funny thing, and I'm sure we'll spend a little bit of time talking about this, as hyped as it is, I think 90% of the world is sleeping on what's actually happening. The pace of acceleration is accelerating. I had many predictions in 2020 that people thought were crazy, that they would come true by 2030, and they're falling even faster than I expected.
Yeah.
We are. It almost feels like we're entering that. You talked about Ray Kurzweil, that singularity where you just go vertical. I think we're still a little bit away from that, but it is definitely going to happen.